The Gaza conflict, a glimmer of hope or another false dawn? The world held its breath as Donald Trump, in a surprising turn of events, called for Israel to halt its bombing of Gaza. This plea came on the heels of Hamas announcing its readiness to release hostages and engage with the US president's peace plan. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite this apparent breakthrough, Israeli strikes continued, claiming more lives. This stark contrast between hope and reality has sparked a global conversation, with leaders and observers weighing in on what this means for the future of the region. Global reactions, a chorus of cautious optimism. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen hailed Hamas's willingness to engage as encouraging, urging all parties to seize this moment. She emphasized that an immediate ceasefire and the release of hostages are now within reach, a sentiment echoed by many. French President Emmanuel Macron went a step further, thanking Trump for his efforts and declaring that decisive progress towards peace is possible. But here's the part most people miss. Macron's optimism is tempered by the reality that previous ceasefires have been short-lived. Is this time different? German Chancellor Friedrich Merz took a firmer stance, demanding not just a ceasefire, but also Hamas's disarmament. He stressed the urgency of the situation, calling it the best chance for peace in almost 2 years. A bold statement, but is it feasible? British Prime Minister Keir Starmer praised Trump's efforts, noting that they have brought the region closer to peace than ever before. He highlighted the opportunity to end the fighting, return hostages, and deliver much-needed humanitarian aid. Yet the question remains, can these promises be kept? Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan emphasized Hamas's repeated readiness for peace, urging Israel to stop its attacks immediately. He warned that the budding hopes for peace must not be allowed to wither, a poignant reminder of the stakes involved. But is Israel willing to take this risk? Spanish Foreign Minister José Luis Alvarez welcomed the developments but remained cautious, pointing out that Hamas must be disarmed and that a realistic Palestinian state is the key to lasting peace. A controversial point, as it challenges the current power dynamics in the region. Irish Foreign Minister Simon Harris called for an end to the unconscionable human suffering, urging all parties to stop the bombing, end the famine, and allow humanitarian aid into Gaza. A heartfelt plea, but will it be heard? Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed Trump's leadership, seeing the release of hostages as a significant step forward. He reaffirmed India's support for a durable and just peace. But what does just peace mean in this context? Jordan praised Hamas's response and the mediation efforts of Egypt and Qatar, calling for an immediate halt to Israel's offensive and a two-state solution. The balanced approach. But can it bridge the deep divides? South Africa welcomed Hamas's decision to release hostages, but demanded reciprocal action from Israel. A fair request. But will Israel comply? Canada and Australia also expressed support for Trump's plan, with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney emphasizing the need to turn commitments into reality. But how can this be achieved in such a volatile environment? Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof saw Hamas's willingness to negotiate as a positive sign, believing that an end to the war is within reach. An optimistic view, but is it grounded in reality? The bigger picture. Questions that demand answers. As the world watches, several critical questions arise. Can Hamas and Israel truly find common ground? Is a two-state solution still viable? And most importantly, can the international community ensure that this glimmer of hope does not fade into another cycle of violence? We want to hear from you. Do you think this is a genuine opportunity for peace, or is it just another temporary reprieve? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's engage in a respectful and thought-provoking discussion about the future of Gaza and the broader Middle East.